Oh, hello and welcome. Sorry, I was too busy looking at some of the beautiful finished samples. I literally forgot I were on air. OK, this is so exciting. You are looking at gorgeous, nestled in between some of these wonderful, wonderful finished samples for some of the beautiful embellishments that we've got, or ephemera. We have got some gorgeous handmade books. I mean, our Ali has made books from shells. Our Ali has made books from the lovely little walnuts that we've got in there. I mean, there's a whole host. It's almost like you need to look at that and actually find the book, because there's things made out of books that you go, no way, really? I'm going to show you what had really taken my eye before I even introduce our Ali. This is why I forgot her on air and completely ignored Marcus when he was telling me our Envision, because that has so took my eye. That is absolutely beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? And this is why, for me, I've always been a big old fan of bookbinding. I must admit, it's something that I've really wanted to do and master and kind of never got there. So I'm super keen on this. But seeing these and all the different things that you can create books out of and make them your own, absolutely make them your own. This is why I think bookbinding is such a fantastic hobby. Now, Ali's brought an amazing kit to us. Ali, welcome. I'm very excited about this one day special.
Yeah, it's
Can you
good,
tell?
Isn't it? It's good, isn't it?
Oh, mate. It's so cool because literally there's so many different books. I'm a massive fan of art journals.
Yeah.
I love art journals. I love junk journals. But I've also been a big fan for years of different bookbinding techniques, because bookbinding in itself is such an incredible art.
Yeah, I mean, I'm by no stretch of the imagination a bookbinder. Don't give me an antique book to repair. But what I've tried to do is make it so that you can make a book for yourself.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about. We actually had to do it at college. We had to present some of our work in hand-bound books. So we did learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's great, and I loved it. But it was not quick enough for me. So what I've done is I've made it the alleyway.
Speeded it up.
Speeded it up,
took
cut
a few,
out some bits.
Yeah, took out a few of those steps that took 5 hours.
Not the important ones, I hasten to add. But yeah, and so those ones you were just holding up, my mum gave me a velvet, an antique velvet purse, and it was literally falling to pieces. And if I hadn't have got it stuck onto some board, it was falling apart as I was working with it. So I felt like the repair shop. I was there gluing it all down. But then look at the covers. So the tassels down the side are off the bag as well. But it's just meant I have managed to save that was disintegrating. And now I've got two beautiful journals
and they're beautiful.
To work with.
They're absolutely beautiful. And this is the thing. And I chat about treasure quite a lot recently when I talk about crafts. But I think when you've done it yourself, when you've made the pages yourself, out of loads of found objects, out of
coffee filters.
Out of coffee filters. It makes it more special, it makes it more fun, it makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's well cool, because obviously, with your filters, you've created little pockets.
Yeah, so I've just stitched them down the side and put some recycled ribbon on there. You know, so it's all about that. There's one a bit further along that I've made an album out of a map. But I've tried to make it... I've made quite a few out of maps, to be fair.
Yeah,
but there's one where I've actually tried to position the pages with places that the photos relate to. This is made out of... Yeah, these maps that I've used here were off... I think it must have been a school or something, and they've been up on the wall, and they've aged with the sun.
Oh, man.
But they're amazing. And they're just... All the pages are torn. You don't have to cut. You don't have to measure. It's all about just getting... You want a book, make a book.
Yeah, honestly, I love this. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait for all the demos. 10% of the stock is already gone. Right, I'm going to tell you what you get in it, and then we're going to talk money. So, first of all, we have got the templates. Now, the templates are going to give you 4 different designs. That's right, isn't it?
Yes, so basically, these are more sort of interactive. So you can make these as standalone albums on their own.
Yeah.
So you've got your star book, you've got a little exploding box, you've got a matchbook, and you've got the diamond accordion.
Beautiful.
But also, when you start playing, you can combine them. You can put these elements within another book.
Yes.
A book within a book.
Yeah.
And, I mean, to be fair, I kind of ran out of time, and then when I was putting it all out, I went, no, actually, I probably have made quite a few.
Yes,
but this is your star book. So you've got all those elements to decorate, and it folds up flat. But that could be within another book.
Yes. Yeah, and that's ace, because it does fold, because it does fold up flat. But look at that, how cool does that look? And
so you can then put little scenes on it. Imagine those the fairy hug stamps. You could have that going. You can cut holes throughout the pages. So this is your matchbook one. So
I love this.
So this goes up the other way, otherwise, because this one I haven't attached the pages inside, and they're like little journals. So that
that just flips up like so, because it's like one of them little flat.
And then you've got little so this time I haven't attached them, so they can come out and be like little journal cards.
Yeah, that is so cute.
So it's based on, you know, the traditional matchbook.
Yeah. I love the traditional matchbook. There's something just ridiculously gorgeous about it. I will put that together in a minute. So that's your matchbook. This is the exploding one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ready? So with this one, and it's different from the other exploding boxes because
this all folds
look
flat.
at that fold.
And then that, I've then put, this is what I'm saying about a book in a book. This has then got a maze book on the inside.
Oh, that's well cool. That is so cool. So that's your exploding one. And then one more, I'll put these together. So I've done that one, I've done that one, I've done
your diamond accordion.
And this one?
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, wow, yeah, you're ready for this?
So, again, this can be extended, but this could be within a page. You'll see a theme emerging. But this is your diamond accordion. Gives you so many areas to decorate and so much interest.
And it just looks so interesting,
yeah,
doesn't it? You know, when you fold that back up, you never imagine that it's going to unfold
and that's
into
all
that.
6 by 6 pieces of paper, so it's not even massive. But that's when I've taken a map and done that. So when you unfold it, it's like a journey.
Yeah. That is so cool. And look at that. So this is only a tiny bit of your one-day special. So you get your 4 templates now. Because of that saving, these are worth £19.99. That saving, you're essentially getting those for free. You get those for nothing because you've got a £31 saving. So basically, you've got those worth £19.99. You've then got your... Shall we move on to this? Because you get this kind of for nothing as well, don't you? Now, this is your bookbinding cradle and accessories. So tell me about this one as well, because that's really interesting.
So that is basically a trough that you put your pages in to allow you to pierce through. Okay. So we have done this with Bizarrology, but because of the value, we thought, let's put it in again, because if you haven't got one, you need one.
So I've never seen it.
No, and you just lay your pages in, and it sits them at a 45-degree angle, meaning that you can pierce straight through. You're not having to... Because if you try piercing, you go into your finger and things like that. None of that. And we've also got like a little measuring thing, so if you want to have evenly spaced holes, you can do.
Amazing.
And it holds the paper in. So when I was working with the really little books, that was really handy because it was almost like having an extra pair of hands, because that will hold the pages for you while you're poking your little holes.
Amazing. So again, now that on its own should be worth £9.99. So when you think about it, 20 quid there you're saving, £10 here you're saving. So already you're getting that for nothing. Okay. So if you do, you can get individuals, I do believe, but in fact everything is available individually. So you can get individual components. However, that huge saving makes this absolutely unmissable. You've then got the book press. Now I didn't know. So bookbinding book press, and that is a chunky piece of kit. I'm not going to move it because obviously I'll mess everything up. 2
pieces of 18mm MDF.
That is chunky, isn't it?
It's chunky. So basically, that's all it is 2 pieces of MDF with bolts through. That means that you can tighten. So when you're doing like the covers I did with the old bag, and you're needing to apply even pressure, that does it for you.
Excellent.
So if you're doing notebooks where you can pull pages off and you're gluing down the side, you put it in a book press. Or if you've done something and it's really, really bulky, you know, you can put it in there and it will flatten it down and make everything sit nicely. But you can also use it as a flower press and a clay press and other things like that.
So because it's weighted tofu, maybe don't put your tofu in, but something, literally, like, oh, I could stick my tofu in it. Don't, of course. But something like that. So has that been done in the press?
Yes. So all I did was I took my air-dry clay and a real grass, laid that on the top, sandwiched it between a couple of pieces of paper to absorb the moisture, put it in the press, screwed it down, left it in for about 20 minutes, then unscrewed it, and that gave the clay enough time to go off and not be malleable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I just left it to dry perfectly normally, pulled the grass out, applied a bit of paint.
And the detail of that grass is absolutely superb. I mean, it's picked up every small fibre of that. That is beautiful.
And that's just cheap air dry clay.
Yeah, yeah, that is lovely. So that's your third component, if you will. So that's your pressure. You've then, of course, got a cheeky bit of Ali. We're an updater photographer. Oh, no, you don't. So
I tried.
So with this one, your butt me. All right.
It's the enthusiasm on my face. I'm much more enthusiastic on the DVD.
I love that you recycle the photo.
Yeah, won't take me another.
How many times has that photo been used for?
A lot. I should be paid for every time it's used.
So funny. So with this one, so what kind of techniques are you going to go through on this one?
So it's sort of broken down into chapters. So one chapter is the traditional stitching your pages.
Beautiful.
And in that we cover basic stitching, how to attach it so that you're not stitching through the cover, how to attach it with a hard spine, also how to make covers out of things that might not normally be covers, such as walnuts and shells.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, because we have a few
so
of them.
that's in that. And then the other one is albums with a twist, which is things like your exploding boxes, which are using the templates. But then there's also 2 albums, which are the Jacob's Ladder and the Maze books, which are ones that you can make out of any size. So I've included the instructions, because trying to do the instructions for this without physically showing it is really difficult.
I've forgotten how you do it.
Right,
so you do that.
Yeah, and then flick the top one.
Flip the top one. Like this. Hold on a
minute. Hold it up and then
you need to
let
look
it all
at
hang down.
You need to look at it different, like that. And then, so I do it like that again. Yay, got it.
And it takes you through so that you can create those.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I did it wrong.
But it will flip round.
It'll flip round. It'll sort itself out even when the user doesn't know what it's doing.
But it's really
that is well cool.
Because my friend Helen was like, oh no, not those. They make my mind boggle.
Yeah, it hurts my head.
But actually, when you're doing it on a DVD, because I literally go, right, you put your ribbon over here, then you glue this. You put your ribbon and take it through step by step. Once you've got it in your head how you made, you can make them out of all sorts.
And that, I've dropped your
not to lose my smallest book.
Very.
It is very tiny, to be fair.
I lost the... Imagine losing one of your smallest books. So that's £9.99 on its own, if you do want that. And then we've got the grey board bundle pack. And obviously with this, we're talking bases, etc., etc. You've got 25 sheets in total there. 1,000 microns, so really, really nice and chunky. So you've got 15 standard, but then you've actually got 10 of the white ones. So it's got like a lining on that one.
And that's thicker as well, the white line. So if you're doing really sturdy covers and things like that, that's the one to go. Or if you're wanting to put something on a base.
Amazing.
So if you're making an exploding box and you want it to stand, you know, on a windowsill or something, you've got that.
Amazing. So that's really, really handy as well. So you have got that. And then we've got the ephemera. We love in the ephemera. Now, the ephemera is for this kit. The only way you can get this is with the actual book kit. And these are, well, cool. Because these, they look really, obviously they look real. Yeah. They look real, but because they're flat, they're not going to bulk your books up.
I mean, I've done albums where I've used paper clips and things, and A, they start catching on other pages, and B, it starts to bulk it out.
Yeah.
But staples, I love things stapled in, but again, it's coming through to the other side, and it's always the sharp bits on the wrong side. So we've actually got, and he's even done with some that haven't stapled properly, which I think particularly amusing.
The really annoying ones that are crunched.
Aged sellotape. I wanted aged, because I love the look, but obviously aged sellotape is no longer sticky.
Yes,
it just peels off. So he's done me that as well. He's done exactly what I asked, which is quite nice.
Yeah, listened.
I know.
So you've got all your fabulous embellishments. You've got at the bottom, so you've got loads of lovely little corners, and they look real. You know, they look like metal corners there, which are fabulous. So you've got those, and then we've also got the tabs as well. And the tabs, again, absolutely fabulous. So are they're sort of your front and back, your pages?
So you can fold them around. So you can sandwich something inside, like some words and things like that, and then fold them around and attach them to your pages.
Amazing, amazing. And I can show you some of these on there, because have a little look at this. See how cool.
But what's nice, because they're sticky, you can actually use them to hold things in place. So I've done some stamps held with a paper clip, But look at the paper
Well,
clip.
the paper clip, yeah, it's actually
there's no
not even
bulk
real.
to it,
Look,
because normally
looks like it's been stapled.
on a book like that, you can't have bulky embellishments because it would stop the movement.
Yeah.
So it does exactly what. But yeah, the paper clips. But they say you can then also use them to attach things inside. So you've got the ability to be able to lift things and feel like it's literally clipped in.
Yeah, that's well cool. Right, folks, I'm going to talk money. So, you have got, if you go for this today, you have got that massive saving, £31 saving, 2 payments of £24.97. You should absolutely have another payment. You're getting a month off. You're getting a month for free on this collection. Those templates, you're not going to pay for them. The Cradle, you're not paying for that. You're paying. What you are going to get is loads of ideas, loads of inspiration, and the way to make this easy. So if you've looked at all the wonderful junk journals that are out there, if you've looked at all those and you've seen me, I did a Blue Phone Studio the other day and they had loads of books on there, and literally everyone I was like, this is treasure, this is treasure. If you've watched those programs and gone, I want to make them, this is absolutely an amazing way to start. And can I show you, you might be doing from the smallest little book, and that has been stitched. Ah, look at it. It is the size of my thumb. So you can go from the smallest little book right up to a big old A4 book. But you're reusing recycled materials. You use it, you will find things, you will repurpose things. If you are upcycling, this is absolutely the way to do it. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. It's super cool. Right, it is super busy as well. In fact, and I will show you loads and loads of finished samples, but a quarter of the stock has gone. You do need to check out your baskets. This is a mini one-day special, by the way. So we've got tonight, now, and 8 o'clock, and then tomorrow we've got 12 o'clock for this. I mean, our Ali is going to be there at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. with happy hour deals, so that is really exciting. However, the one-day special, you'll still be able to get it, but we won't be focusing on it. So this is the time to watch the demonstrations, to make your mind up and to check those baskets out. 2 payments, £24.97, 790416 is your item number, and it is seriously exciting. Now, a lot of the books have got your beautiful sari ribbon on. So this, of course, this is all recycled sari, isn't it?
Yes, so you get amazing textures and colours, because there'll be gold thread on some of the pieces. Because what they do is they shred them and then stitch them together. So there'll be a length of like a really deep purple, and then there'll be a little stitch, and then it will change to another colour. So it's absolutely beautiful. But I don't just use this decoratively. I also use it if I want to do the hidden stitching so that the cover is separate. So you don't see the stitching on the outside of the cover. I stitch this in so I can attach, because it just is so lovely. So even if a little bit peeps through, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just looks phenomenal, doesn't it?
It's gorgeous, and it tears nicely, and it's got the colours. But you kind of, I tend to sort of have a sort of a bundle of it, and then I'll pick out particular bits within, because you'll look at it and no two skeins will be the same. All you know is that
and
there's...
I love it's recycled as well. I love that these things aren't just chucked away. It's beautiful.
Because it's such fabulous material.
And the colours, oh man, the colours. Now, contents are going to vary because it's all so different. However, the price of that, these are big bundles. You get a lot in that. And for £9.98, 40% of the stock has gone. It's absolutely flying. Please check your baskets out there. 056283. Obviously, if you're sticking that in your flex basket, if you get your one-day special, it's a £5 today, £5 next month. Obviously, Freedom members, you're not going to pay postage either. Now, you can order on the website. That is the craftstore.com. If you do have a look on the website, we've got loads of goodies. Check out the bookbinding glue, because obviously that is really, really handy when we're talking making our own beautiful books. We've got the large ephemera. That is seriously cool. I proper want you to get it. That's terrible English. This is ace. And I love that they're matte. They're self-adhesive, but they're matte, so you haven't got that sheen, but they look really, really effective. If you do want to get hold of these, please check your baskets out, because these are just one of those that's super cool. Now, you've actually got, I am going to show you quickly, you've got 8 different options here. You're getting 3 of each design, only £9.98, and obviously you've got tons on there as well. These are ace. I mean, when we saw the bottles we all these on at the top of the hour, that's what you used, isn't it?
Yes.
These.
Yeah. But what I like about these is like the adverts there make great labels, but also if you've got a little bit of pattern paper that's maybe a bit dated, you start putting these on, you're making your own designer papers. The ledger on there and just the hand, and I've used these a lot within the books as well because they can go round the spine, which is really nice. The flowers are just beautiful.
And they're big.
I
mean, look at that. You do get a lot on a page.
Yeah, so you can stick them onto coloured paper and then cut them out and paper piece them if you want to. Again, the butterflies look amazing on book pages. Who doesn't need a watch?
I mean, they're going to look so good. And these are brilliant if you've got stuff that's really, you know, like rice paper or something that's hard to actually stamp onto.
Yes.
Because they're going to look like the stamps, aren't
and you
they?
can layer them over the top. I love using the architecture. Look at the squirrels one. I love that. That works really nicely down the spine of a book. The architecture just lends itself to that. But yes, and also you can stick them on afterwards. So when you've finished your project, you might go, I've got a void there. You've not got to try and plan where your paper goes.
Yeah, no, I really like them. And yeah, you can see on the bottles, don't they look cool? All the different wonderful little stickers are, all the different ephemeras. We have to be careful.
Even though we stick them on.
They are adhesive and they're sticky, but otherwise, Paul will tell us off. But please make sure you check your baskets out. We have got the smaller ones as well, so do have a look at those on the website because you've got, and that one you're looking at now, that's been made into a book. Well, clever. £9.98, and you are picking 2 different designs, but you're getting 3 of each. You've actually got 6 sheets there for £9.98, 365043. Right, I can't wait for this. Where are we starting our alley?
We're going to start right at the very beginning.
That's a good place to start.
It is.
Isn't it?
I believe that we could break into a song. So I've got my Cradle, and all I've done is I've cut some A4 copy of paper in half, and I've cut myself a cover just fractionally bigger, just out of a bit of paper.
Okay, okay.
I'm not going to do a massive amount of pages just because you don't need to see me folding all this. So I'm going to just do 3, just because you can go up to, depending on how thick the paper you're making your pages out of, is how many pages you can stitch through.
Okay.
But I mean, I've gone through acetate and all sorts, literally anything. You just want it, as long as you can stitch through it. My handmade paper I make out of the loo roll makes lovely pages.
Yeah, I bet. This is it, innit? Handmade papers. I remember making handmade paper out of onion skin.
Yeah.
Oh, that knocked me sick. I had a terrible hangover. It's years ago now. And I went to a class and, Ali, I was an hour late, fell ill, and they had me making onion paper. It was great.
Not good.
It looked good, though.
Yeah, and this is it. You start looking at all sorts of things. So I'm just then putting one inside the other. Now, I'm not very good at... Sometimes I tidy up the edges, but life's too short.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, it depends what you want it for.
And also, if you... one thing I do cover on the DVD, because I had a moment when I was making a book, and I'd made a book, and I'd made it quite big, A4-ish size, and I went to put the pages in it, and it's like, hang on, they're not fitting. Well, I've got enough paper, and I realised I'd used an old ledger, which was folded already, so I just put that straight. So I've come up with a way of extending your pages by folding them in funky ways, so that you have a large page there, and then a bit further through the book, you'll have a shorter one, and you can make your pages go further.
Yeah.
So you then...
I love the it's limitless.
Exactly.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've used maps, I've used anything laying around. I say that book you showed, even the acetate on that is an old plastic piece of packaging. You can even see the hole where it hung up.
Yeah.
So you pop it in the Cradle. Now, we do give you the measuring thing.
Okay.
Which, when you put it in, you put it so that there's an even amount either side.
Okay, that's
easy. And then,
easy.
when you go through, do your middle hole, you just go straight through. I'm just using my needle. You do get a needle in the set. And I'm just doing the holes.
Oh, that is proper handy.
Okay.
So it literally holds it in place for you.
Holds it in place. Now, some of mine I did without the measuring thing because of how many holes I wanted, but it's there if you need it.
Yes.
Okay, but you don't
I really
have to use
like
it.
that because that does save a lot of
So
faff.
now...
And you're getting even. I mean, any time I've tried it, there's no chance I'm getting even because I can't
But the
be
way
bothered.
you stitch, it's not it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
If you went along and measured mine, most of mine aren't, because, to be fair, I started making books before, because he said he was going to do this, and I'm like, yeah, he explained it to me, because I'm like, how are you going to cut a piece of MDF so that the hole gets in the right place? There was a lot of maths involved, all to do with angles, but it does actually work. I have to say, wasn't convinced to begin with.
But he did it.
But he did it.
Oh, you can't say it to his face, but he's clever, isn't he?
He is. Don't let him know
You
that.
can't tell him. He won't be watching.
No, it's all right. Right. So I've threaded up. You get a ball of thread in the kit as well, so you can get started. But again, you can start using anything.
Yeah.
So you go through the middle hole and leave yourself a tail.
Okay.
You then go up the next hole.
Marvellous.
Okay. Down the next hole.
Easy. And we get the needle in the kit as well,
You get the needle in the kit.
That's fabulous.
Why did I want to sort of wrap that then? Okay.
She's just your natural.
Right, so this time we're going to go back down the same hole we've already come down. So this is why it doesn't matter if your holes aren't even, because look,
They look
it's
even.
a continuous line.
Yeah.
Up.
This makes it proper secure.
Yes.
Like sewing them in. Obviously, you know, you can do the, you know, the really easy way of just putting a ribbon around, but that's not secure. Then this, at least, these are secure.
And you can make multiples of these, and I show this on the DVD, and then join those together to make thicker books.
Amazing.
Okay. Now, this time, don't go down the middle hole.
Right. Okay.
You jump that, and you go down the next hole. Okay.
Super.
And then you just carry on to the end again.
Okay.
When you're doing your first one, don't have a really patterned paper on the back. It does make the holes slightly harder to... Sometimes I'm like this, sitting for light through it. Okay, down. And you want... You don't want too smaller stitches.
Yeah.
So you want them, but also don't skimp on the holes.
Yes.
Okay, and now we come back up the middle, so we end in the middle, and if you can, get your needle to come the opposite side to your first bit, so that when you knot it off, it's going to secure. Let me just move my cradle out of the way. It's going to secure across that middle longer stitch.
See, now that's easy. It's so simple, and I do love the cradle because that does help.
But you find that you'll do it for other things as well. Anything that you need to go through and make a hole, because you're not stabbing into. We've all done it into a sponge and things like that. But it just look how neat that sits in the middle.
That is so neat and
Fold
tidy.
that over. One little book.
Book done.
Yeah, and that could be anything.
That could be literally anything. And that's the beautiful thing about it, you know, that is such a good start. Okay, simple techniques, but some more advanced. You know, there's so many different things. If I just keep picking up finished samples, we are over a third of the stock gone. Remember, this is the launch. This is absolutely brand new. There is so much you can do. I mean, something like this, different types of techniques, and it depends what you want to create. You know, what the result is dependent upon where you are starting, what you actually are using, the finished result that you need, and you can tailor make it. When you've got the skill set, you tailor make it, and it allows you to use anything. Remember, you have got your fantastic ephemera, so it means you can do your finishing touches. I love that. And that one, you know how Ali said, can you see there? You've got your sewn ones, but then all brought together in one book. So it means that you've got those sewn pages, but it's not just one single book. You can actually do quite a few pages, sew them together, then that will give you that beautiful book. Remember, in the kit, you are getting all your different types of books as well. I'm just picking things up and showing you. I love this, recycling your beautiful books. Oh man, can you imagine what you're going to use? You know, where you're going to start emailing. If you're going for this now, I want to know where you're going to start. You know, let me show you some of these.
The toucan one was a gift bag I got last week.
Oh.
And straight away I'm like, yeah, that's going to make a nice cover. And I kept the bag and used that to create the spine.
Oh, because look at the spine.
That's one where I made the pages bigger, still using A4 paper, but staggered them.
Yeah, that is really lovely. I mean, the spine is absolutely gorgeous. You can't see quite how pretty that is, but that is such a pretty... And this is the thing, it becomes so interesting, every part of the book. And look, oh, look at this. Ready? Because look.
Oh, look.
No. Hold on, hold on.
You've got to share both, boys.
Oh, that's so lovely. What? Oh, does it look a bit dog-eared? Oh, Marcus, love.
I was just amazed I managed to get pictures of them clean.
Oh, that is so ace. That is so ace. Aren't they beautiful? So beautiful. And look, I love the little magic page that's standing up there. Just fabulous. Okay, if you do want this kit, I mean, oh my gosh, the possibilities, it's endless. And imagine, I mean, these are gift ideas. These are obviously really nice ways of displaying photographs. It's a way of keeping things special as well. It might just be recycling things you've picked up on holidays. You know, when you go on holiday, you pick up all the brochures of all the different things that you could have done on that holiday, but you didn't do any. And then you've got all these brochures and you don't know what to do with them. You can make some amazing books with these. I mean, the grey board alone, yeah, it could be your covers, it could be whatever you want them to be. That would be $25 if you was just using them as they were. But of course, you're not going to be. You're going to be doing all sorts with this. And what I do love about this, these are tools. The templates are tools. Your DVD, your DVD's a tool. Your actual press is your tool. Everything. It's all tools. The only thing, the grey board and your ephemera, they're the only thing that you're going to be using and you'll have to replace. Otherwise, you're just getting tools, which means you're going to be using these again and again and again. Now, sold out already on their own. The actual Cradle, that's gone on its own. Remember, that's free in this. Technical sellout now if you do want your Cradle. But you can get it within your one-day special and you can get it for free in your one-day special. The templates, you're not paying for in your one-day special. 790416 is your item number. Do not miss out on this, otherwise you'll be gutted. £49.94. You can split that payment 2 months, just £24.97. Okay, now the Sari has been ridiculously busy. Remember, contents will vary, but you have got some beautiful colours. I mean, these are such gorgeous big bundles. You've got amazing colour palettes in here. And as Ali says, you'll have things that have been embroidered in here. So you'll have bits of, you know, you'll have bits of sort of, in fact, you can see some there, bits of thread and bits of glitter and, you know, all different sort of elements within it. And the colours are just divine. I love that they've been recycled. I just think that is so special. And as Ali says, yeah, you might be using these for your finishing effects, for ribbons and things, but you'll be using these for binding. You know, you'll be using these for your actual pages. And they do look absolutely divine. You won't just be using them in your wonderful albums. You'll be using these across your crafting. Now, only £9.98. Please put these in your flexi basket. Do not miss out on these. 056283 is your item number. Over half of the stock has gone there. They are seriously busy. Don't miss out. Now the ephemera. I love this. So you've got your choice. So you are picking 2 designs. In those 2 designs, you are getting 3 of each. So this is for 6 pages, £9.98, not 2 pages. Because I think when you look at that, it can be a bit confusing. You're actually getting 6 designs altogether. Well, it's like 2 designs, but 6 pages. And when you look at them, yeah, 6 sheets in total. When you look at them, I mean, you've got loads on that page. You know, you've got the journals, you've got the beautiful flowers. And these are big designs. Easy to cut out, easy to take off the backing sheet. You can colour them, of course, but it's putting them on things. You know, it's putting them on things that have got colour to them. So like your papers, you might be putting them on your rice papers that are tricky to stamp onto, but they'll be able to go round things as well. Really, really cool. Now, when you've used them, I mean, if I just show you that, see how good does that look? And those look amazing. The architecture looks amazing. The bottles, look at the bottles. Aren't they ace? On all the different coloured papers. They really change your coloured papers as well. Dead easy, because they do look just like you've used massive stamps. But actually, it's just your beautiful ephemera. So, 6 pages, £9.98. Really good price. All you need to do is choose the designs that you'd like to work with. Saving £2 there. Pop it in your flexi basket if you're getting your one-day special. 365043. Now, that's your big stuff. This is your standard size, but still really, really cool. Now, there's, so you are choosing 3 of these, and again, you get 3 in a pack, so you're going to be getting 9 of these. This is handy because obviously, if you think about it, if you stamp something or if you write something, the bit in the middle is clear. So it's just the outside edge that's got the print on. So whatever you put that over, you're still going to see the writing underneath it, which is really cool. But it looks real, but obviously it's not got any of the dimension. And they look cool because they look like they've been stamped. I really like these. You get a lot for your money, don't you?
You do, and you can use them in so many different ways. They're all pre-cut as well, so you don't have to cut them out. You literally just peel them off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was thinking you had to cut them all
No.
out. Oh, that's
Leonie,
really cool.
You know me.
Oh, that's, yeah. What were I thinking?
Easy.
I love the old photos.
The photos is the only one that the sheets are different. You get 3 different sheets just because I couldn't narrow it down from the photos we had. They're just beautiful, and and so all those projects that you want to include a photo, but you might not want to use family photos. Yeah. Put those onto craft card. They look amazing. Look like proper sepia. This is the funniest one because. How many times do you get a splat, but it's not the right splat? Yeah. But this you can position, and this is really good for tying elements together as well. I use this one a lot. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Is that dirty cup? That is dirty cup. Oh, look at your dirty cup. I know. It's fabulous. So and that one, and that's been used a lot on those jars. Yeah, I love the apothecary labels. Yeah, so cool. Nice again. And again, so some of the adverts are just really funny. Honestly, when you do see the old adverts, they're just fabulous, aren't they? Paul won't use the leech one I found in the Pharmaceutical Journal. Get your leeches here. Oh, God. I don't know if they were mail order. Oh, it makes you a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, these are really, really cool. And again, we've got a few more as well because you have got 14 options altogether. So you've got that one as well. Smile. Really like these. Hello. Right, you have got loads of options. Check the website out if you want to see those, you know, in more detail, but they're ace. £11.99. Sorry. We've then got, frog in my throat again, we've then got the glitter. Now, these are well cool. Sorry, I was just about to say to Moll, it's all right, Moll, I've got a drink, thanks, love. Moll was saying, do you want a drink? And I would try... anyway, I just did thumbs up instead. But if anyone were like, what is she doing? Hello. Anyway, random. So these are, when you look at them like that, it's like, what's in that? It's just glitter and goop. But it's when you use them, they're like, oh, they're so cool. I'm not a massive fan of glitter because it gets everywhere and then it's on your next project for the next millennium. But this is in a gel, so you can put it exactly where you want. And when you start applying these, they're just beautiful. So you've got the same glitter but in different grades. Right. So you've got a really like shardy one, and then you've got a middle one which has got like little hexagon, like little bubbles. Yeah. And then you've got a really smooth. And because it's the same glitter, but it reacts to what colour it's underneath. There's underneath it, so you can really mess about. So over black, it will look different to over white to over blue, and the shimmer you get. Look at that shell, and that's got a real coating on, and it won't come off. Excellent. Once and it doesn't come off. I mean, Mally were playing with it. And, it's on her clipboard. And I mean, it didn't come off. Her pole sheet now looks absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice stuff, and although it's a bit trickier to see the different sort of chunky bits and the different gradients of it, just trust us, it is lovely, and you can see that. You can see the fine stuff. You can then see some of the heavier glitter. I mean, it does look so cool. It does. So when I've done an Under the Sea, I've used the one with the little what I call the bubbles in all over the background, and then I use the really fine one for the detail on the shells, and then I use the shardy type one right in the underneath to sort of like the gravel and things like that, and I just dab tiny bits on. You know, it will last you for ages. Yeah. But it's just gorgeous. It's super thick as well. Yeah. I mean, you can see better there, I bet, can't you?
Now, if you do want to get hold of this, please check your baskets. Oh, yeah, look, I just need to do the bottom. Please check your baskets out here. Only £12.99, and they are, look at that, they are just divine. That is 045065, your item number. Now, last but by no means least, this is cool. Now, the price on this is ridiculous. Only £12.99, and I love the Herculine. So 2 hard plaster of Paris. And you were saying this is super fast. So for people like us who are really impatient, this is the one.
This is, I mean, it's because it's a chemical reaction. So you can, depending on your mould, you can pretty much demould within about half an hour.
Wow, that is well good.
I mean, then you want to let it dry off a little bit, but you can start sort of adding colour and stuff before that.
And that is proper rock hard.
It's rock hard, but it has almost like a glassy feel and super, super smooth.
Nah, I like this. So will it... can you use it in any moulds? Does it get hot or anything, or is it
does
fine?
get warm, as it's the chemical reaction.
Yeah.
So it's, so all your silicone moulds and everything are fine.
Right.
I've used it in the plastic moulds that I make myself, and it's absolutely fine.
So if you've got a mould that you're not keen on, try it in that, and then
but I mean, I've done it in chocolate moulds and stuff. So anything that, you know, anything like that.
I really
but
like
the shell on there, I actually, when it was still in the liquid form, I wrapped it around a cylinder so that as it started to cure, it cured in a curve. So,
nice.
you know, you can mess about and make it do things that you don't think it wants to do.
Amazing. I like the price as well, is amazing. If you do want to go for this, I mean, these are big old tubs, only £12.99. If you're part of a Chandler... if you're part of the Craft Store Freedom, still can't say that right. Then she said it. I thought she would take Mickey out of me. She weren't. If you're part of Craft Store Freedom, it means you're not paying for postage. And honestly, these are heavy. £12.99. That's 443706. And they drum great. Now then, when you're checking out your basket, OK, you can zoom along, you can check everything out, get your one-day special, get your glue. Oh, you probably want your stories, don't you? You do. Oh, you need to pick... Oh, don't pick a couple of them just yet, because that'll take us ages. Get your glitter, though. But when you're checking out your basket... So it'll go ba 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 ba. Oh, that was me.
That's really weird because it's
that's a bit messes with me head. So you can flexi your entire order, which is fabulous. We're of course a Freedom member, of course. Check out, but then when you check out, it's going to say, would you like any of these? So there's loads of extra goodies that you might want to add on, which is brilliant because really good prices. So do have a little look if there's anything else you'd like to add to your basket when you're checking your basket out. Obviously, that's all on the website, thecraftstore.com, but you can ring us as well and still be entitled to those deals at 01733602000. Ali, next, please.
OK, we're going to make a little box.
Oh, good.
OK, so this is using the template. So what I've tried to do is a variety of traditional stitched and folded and all sorts of things, so you can really, really mess about. And this little box is the one that I've put other things inside. So I've just cut my paper to the size, which is sort of about 8 by 8, but it doesn't matter because you just draw around the template. Okay. Then all I do is I take my embossing tool and I'm going to run up and down all the little grooves.
And with this, you're not working on a mat or anything specific. I mean, you've got a glass mat, but you don't need a squidgy mat or anything.
No, it's just enough to help you just make sure you've done them all. But even if you haven't, you just line it back up and do them again. And then it's a case of folding the lines.
Beautiful.
And then the corners, this is where your score lines, see, I've missed a score line there because it wouldn't, so pop that back on.
Oh, and isn't it handy when you've got a template?
I know.
Because you can
See, I did that on
just pop
purpose.
it
I
back
didn't
on.
really miss
You did
one.
that on purpose?
Demonstration purposes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do the others
Thanks,
just in
Sally.
case I forgot those as well. Again, because I've gone for really heavily patterned paper.
Yeah.
So you just pinch it in, See the difference it made having that scoreline.
I mean, 100% different. You know, it's just immediately you can do it.
Just you're telling the paper or card where you want it to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What kind of weights of cardstock and papers do you use?
I've literally used any. There's one down there that is made from a map. Now, we all know maps aren't the sturdiest.
They're not the sturdiest, I know. Mine are all battered. Let me see this. Oh, my gosh, Molly's never had a map. Oh, that's cute.
So that's just out of map paper.
Oh, map paper's so lightweight. I do love the map paper. Oh, looking inside.
Because you can line it with extra bits and stuff, and then I've made a little book to go on the inside. Yeah, that's ace. They are so cute, and they're easy to fold back in again as well, aren't they? Yeah, and you can fit quite a bit in, because if you look at the brightly coloured one...
Hold on, I'm putting my lid back on. Oh, yeah, so I've got the bright one.
And I've managed to fit inside that 5 matching notebooks.
They're so cute. Look, lots of little matching notebooks. That is so cute. It looks like a mini filing cabinet, doesn't it?
I know, I had so much fun with the bright colours.
Yeah, that's so sweet. I love that. Again, for gifts. Yeah. Anyone who's addicted to stationery, I mean, I've been addicted to stationery all my life. As something like that when I was young, anything mini notebook size, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, mini post-its still love any... ridiculous, not grown up in the slightest. But yeah, that absolutely feeds my imagination. It's ace.
You can see I got what was happening was my pieces of paper on my desk were getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, that can be a page, that can be a cover.
Recycle, recycle.
My scraps box is practically non-existent now.
Everything's been made into a book.
Yeah.
Love that, love it. We have got, hold on, I'll have a little read. Terry Kim has emailed in as well. So happy to see these products on your one-day specials. Now, she had the Cradle and Press when they're on the Chanda, but she didn't use them because she weren't really sure what to do with them because she'd forgotten. She says, I feel a bit dim after seeing how simple it is. Absolutely do not, because we all do that. Yeah. Literally, we all do that. In fact, what were I doing? I was watching a show. I tell you what, this is a secret. It was Paola when she launched her dies, and I had them on one of my shows, and it was like, I'm going to have to watch a show because I literally couldn't remember how to use them. So, yeah, oh no, Terry Kim. And this is a lovely thing about these shows, but remember, you can watch it on catch-up, so if you forget. But, of course, you have got the DVD.
And we're all available on social media. If ever you're really stuck, you know, I say this to people, there is no such thing as a silly question, because if you're thinking it, 10 other people are thinking it as well.
Absolutely. And they're thinking even sillier ones. And she says, I've forgotten what to do with the Cradle. I've ordered your DVD and the pot of Herculide.
You need Herculide. If only for a gym workout.
Yeah, it'd be great for my arms. Seeing the show has given me a boost to get my goodies out and do some playing. Enjoy the rest of the shows. Terry Kim, enjoy. And send us photographs of what you actually make. Sure, all you're doing is using real clips, not your embellishments.
No, I've used real clips. You do get clips with the Cradle anyway.
Fabulous.
Just because I use them a lot. I also got pegs, but the little clips, and you get them because you can sometimes use those to hold. Again, it's giving you an extra pair of hands.
Yes.
So holding something while it dries, holding your pages together, especially if you've got random pages arranged in a particular way. So I'm just doing just while the glue grabs.
You've used your bookbinding glue on that, haven't you?
I've just used my acrylic glue. The bookbinding glue I save for if I'm doing a large area.
Right.
But for generally, I just grab my acrylic glue for joining things like that. Bookbinding glue, it's the one glue I only use for what it says on it. Everything else.
So that one you actually follow the rules.
Yeah. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's my.
That has come together so quickly. That's ridiculous.
I know. You can now see why I was making so many of them.
Oh my gosh.
But what I like with it, if you look at the one that's, I think it's the one with Tonka on it. That one, if you open that one up, you'll see what you can do with the space in the middle.
So this is little Tonka. She didn't say Tom Cruise.
No, I don't know. No, who would want Tom Cruise? I mean, you've got Tonka.
Way cuter. Way cuter. And just lovely. And then, look, when you get inside, oh,
You can put all sorts of that. So you can put all sorts in there. So that could be a lock of hair. That's just a nice bead and some lavender.
Yeah. But yeah, it could be a little memory box, couldn't it? Literally.
So you've got
That's
that
such a
lovely
nice
void.
idea.
So shall we make a book to go inside that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so let's make a maze book. This is also covered on the DVD.
Amazing. I am just going to warn you, over 40% of your one-day special has now gone for over 40%. We're coming near to the end of the show, but this has been so busy. This is the first live hour. If you want to get hold of this, the possibilities are literally endless. The fun that you can have. Are you not now looking around the house and thinking, I could make that into a book, I could make that into a box? You can recycle so many beautiful papers, but it's not just the papers that maybe you've decorated. It's not just the papers you bought. And think of the papers you've bought. You know, think of all those beautiful Graphic 45. Think of the Stamperia, the beautiful Blue Fern Studios. I mean, there's so many things you can do with all of those. At the minute, what you're looking at are some of the beautiful ephemera stickers as well. Obviously, ephemera stickers you can get on today's show, but if you do want your one-day special, please make sure you check your baskets out. Saving £31, that is huge. It's huge for tools, for things that you'll be able to use again and again and again. And every time, this is a great starting block. But once you've got this home, you will start doing your own thing. This will become your own. You know, you'll make it into something completely different because we're crafters, that's what we do. 790416 is your item number. OK, I will absolutely shut up, but I'll probably just go and look at more samples. Ali, we've got 6 minutes.
I may have accidentally left a little book on my... just to show that you can make books out of anything. I cover this on the DVD. I have joined 2 shells together to make my cover, and inside it is a bound book.
That is too cute. And that's covered on your DVD.
Yeah.
That's
the
so
walnut.
cool.
Basically, how to make a cover.
Go on, show us the walnut one.
The walnut, sorry, and I reach across. I'll grab this one as well because this is from 2 pieces of wood. So this is the walnut.
I mean,
got it up the wrong way.
That's so cute.
I just think that as a fairy book would be fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've covered
That's
it. So
beautiful.
I've covered so that you can't see in the shell, but actually you could then put something inside the shell.
Many, many moons ago, I used to make teddy bears in walnut shells.
Yeah.
Out of fine, or
so
you could do that.
You could do that inside there. So you open it up. There's the little story of the. Right. Okay. We're getting carried away.
Yeah.
Two pieces of wood.
Oh, that's lovely.
Held together, and then I've got map again to create the pages. So you can literally make them out of anything.
And then you can sell them. I mean, things like that. You can absolutely sell stuff like that because they're so different and unique and special.
And I've put one on a pendant.
Yeah,
because then you can make, like a modern day locket.
Yeah, but actual photos in it and words and stuff and memories. That's such a cool idea.
Right, so what I'm doing now is I'm starting a maze book.
OK.
This is covered on the DVD, and the reason I didn't do a template for this is because you can change the size of it, and there was a little stack of 5 books where I progressively got smaller and made a little stack of them.
I think it will be these ones.
So you just make your square slightly smaller each time, and your book gets slightly smaller.
OK. And they do look, I must admit, when they're stacked up like that, they look proper pretty.
Yeah, and again, using the ephemera on the spine to create, a proper book spine look.
Yeah. And they're really, really cute. I'll go back, and then we can see you in action. And so this is covered on DVD.
This is covered on the DVD, so don't worry. There's no measuring involved in this. It is just about folding in half, folding to the half and things like that. Yeah. And then you cut along the fold lines. You will take a little bit more care than I am because I'm not overly not concentrating.
What I love about things like this, it's such a good way of using our papers as well.
Yeah.
Because we get, I think, and I am, we're all guilty of cutting into lovely papers, but this is such a nice way of using papers.
It is, because you can celebrate the paper, and especially double-sided, because we always have that dilemma of what do we do about double-sided paper.
Yeah.
So you've now got it into a long string.
Amazing.
So you can either, which is what I do, I glue these bits together.
Yeah.
So it makes it a continuous string, which then
you could make pockets out of them and all sorts, couldn't you?
But I like the fact that you then get like the little...
Yes.
So on one side, it's just a continuous line.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, you've got your little stick outs.
Yes, yes.
And then that folds up. And depending on what size you do, I've done one that fits inside there. I've done a full 12 by 12, so it's a bit big. But you just make it, start with a smaller square, and it will fit inside there and then pull right out.
Amazing. Doesn't it look cool?
It's
you can
so
put photos and everything on it.
But it's amazing how many spaces you've got, because I'll print me out some photos. I was like, I've used them all, because you've got both sides. Yeah. So I say, double-sided paper, when you've got that dilemma, this sort of thing's perfect for it. Oh, yeah,
absolutely. Oh, there's so many things to show you. Please check your baskets out. Let me pick up some of these. Over 40% of the stock has already gone. We've only got 3 focus hours. Obviously, our rally is also on the other 2 hours, but it is, oh, look at this. It's with different deals. So please make sure you check your basket. I mean, that looks beautiful. Doesn't that look ace?
Well, it looks like a mountain, doesn't it?
Yeah. And again, oh my word, you are... Think of all those old, beautiful books that are falling to pieces, but now you can actually make them into something special. There's so many different things you can do. Have a look.
This is adapted from the one I've just done.
Oh, wow.
So if you take... If we've quickly got time to do this.
Minute and a half, love.
Right, so instead of folding it up the way I've just done, if you cut your corners...
All right, cutting your corners.
Yeah, don't cut corners, except if you're me. And then they fold over to create little pockets.
Ah, that's well cool.
Haven't quite got enough fingers, but you
get
the idea.
Yes, I love that.
And then that will fold up as well.
That's
or
beautiful.
You could still fold that up as a box. Obviously, imagine it's all glued. I will glue this before the 8 o'clock so we can see this.
Oh, yeah.
Pop the lid on, and then when you open it, it will fall out like that,
but
with your pockets.
Oh, that's well cool. Oh, we like this. Oh, there's so much you can do. I tell you what, look at them.
I want to put magnets on the back of them.
These are beautiful.
Yeah.
Literally, Molly has just said that in my head. They are beautiful. Beautiful. Can you hear her? Yeah, they actually could definitely be pendants. That's with the press. OK, everyone, check your baskets out. Is it me and thee? It's me and thee later, isn't it? Oh, how fabulous. Me and her will be back up at 8 o'clock. Are we back up at 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Yes, we are. I should know my job. Thank you, Ali. I love that. It's great. Check your baskets out. Do not miss out, because you've got such a huge saving. And you know what? It's going to be amazing.